Hi everybody, I'm Aphrodite's child and this is my first ever YouTube video. I've just recently started my journey as an Hellenic polytheist, but I've had an interest in the Greek deities for a while. And so the deity I want to start off with speaking about today is the goddess Aphrodite. So this is my altar here. And this is my statues. I have 3 altars to Aphrodite. I've got this one in another room, and I also have one on my phone on a Punji app. And as I progress and do more videos, I will go through different ways of creating altars, especially if you're in a really closed situation, if you don't have the openness, and if you're having to hide things due to family and different religions, and so this channel is all about helping people progress in Hellenic polytheism. If you're eclectic and you have an interest in the Greek deities, and I'm going to that's my Dionysus altar, my what I use like for a statue, and over there. You also, what I will say is that you also don't need a lot of things. You don't need to buy expensive statues. You can also make like mood boards and pick collages as a standing statues. You can also get creative with it. You don't really need statues unless you can afford to buy them. The pink one I got, which I ordered from eBay, which directly came from Greece. This one here, the white one, is what I found in charity shops. Charity shops are very, very, very convenient. And I do shop there a lot. A lot of my Greek things, like my vases, which I will show in another video, including this silver bowl here, I got at the charity shop. So I don't pay really expensive stuff for my prices. So if you ever have the money, go to your local like thrift stores or charity shops as known as in the UK, and you could buy really, really good items in there. Right, so I'm going to begin, and I'm going to start giving you an introduction on the goddess Aphrodite. So Aphrodite is a Cypriot goddess, and the most challenging part of Aphrodite is the way she's presented in the world, story of her birth. So the most common is that everything all began with chaos. To how the ancient Greeks viewed the beginning of everything was all chaos. And then Gaia, the earth goddess, was born, and Uranus, with whom she ended up conceiving, was Oceanus, but also had many sons and daughters. One of them was Cronus. He held a deep hatred for his father, Oceanus. Gaia, the earth goddess, also felt anger and resentment towards Uranus. She even gave Cronus a sickle with which he ended up cutting off the genitals of his father. And then he ended up throwing them into the sea. Then the parts of them moved in the ocean. Then a white foam arose around them. Now foam in Greece is called aphros, which is foam in Greece. And then a maiden grew and carried to Cyprus, Aphrodite. And it said that once she stepped on the shore, flowers and green grass grew around her feet. Now, if you want to do any like dedication or any rituals to Aphrodite, I've got dates here when you could do them. So every Friday is Aphrodite's day, which you could do devotional work and meditation. And then the 4th of each month are offerings, but you can also give offerings when you feel that you need to. And then February the 14th is Valentine's Day. And then April the 1st is peace of subduing Aries. Then the fall of equinox is the morning loss of Adonis. Then we have the rites, which is black notes related to the moon cycles, which is May's dark moon, Aphrodite put to sea. 3 days after June's new moon, mystery ritual and festival for Athena, even though that's not got anything to do with Aphrodite. That's for any people who worship Athena. That's a ritual you could do. And I will go on and talk about Athena because she's also another deity that I worship in another video. And October's dark moon, time of mourning, madness and release. So for those that are beginners in wanting to know what you could offer Aphrodite, so the Aphrodite offerings are rose quartz offerings. You can also offer her amethyst crystal, seashells, mirrors, pictures of your loved ones, jewellery, pearls, scallops, starfish, seahorses, oil, rose in particular, honey, chocolate, apples, strawberries, Greek food and beverages, images of cypress, rose incense, and animals you can take a picture of as an offering to her. Personally, I've done that with swans because in my area there's a huge nature park and it has like swans and birds and you know, all nature things in. So I have taken pictures, and I was on a separate chat room and they had like a community altar room, so I was uploading pictures on there for her. And her animals are the turtle, the dove, sparrow, shallow, swan, sailfish, fish, hare, swine, and dolphin. And you could also offer like bee ornaments, dolphin ornaments, sacred plants of flowers which you could put on the altar for her, rose, myrrh, apple, lettuce, pomegranate, pink candles, flavour candles like rose, apple, strawberry, pictures of you smiling, knowing your self-love, heart-shaped crystals like pink rose quartz, and anything else that reminds you of Aphrodite. So you can have perfumes, makeup, you can also dedicate a playlist to her, images and pictures of the sea, make a spell jar for her, jasmine incense, and then you have like your UPGs, which is like tarot cards that you associate her with. Personally, I personally associate the Lover's card with her, but that's my UPG. And instead of using statues, you could also make your own pic collages and mood boards, which you could also put on your altar with your offerings around. Now, I'm also going to mention about the difference between working and worshipping the gods. Personally, I only worship goddess Aphrodite. I don't work with her. But with worshipping, you can just start worshipping. You don't need permission for that. You can just leave her an offering and start praying. But in working, you do need permission for, because, you know, deities can also refuse to work with you. And it would all go on that, you know, you're not like compatible with each other. Like they can turn around, you can ask them, you can approach them and say, oh, would you like to work with me? And they could refuse you, you know, or you could say, no, I don't feel ready to work. You know, it all goes on which one is well suited for you. So there is a difference between working and worshipping. You know, the stuff that I do, like worshipping, I don't need permission for that, because obviously I'm not working with her. So I just left an offering and I started praying, and that was it. So my journey with Aphrodite began because I was in Kemetichism for 3 years, and but the Greeks go back to virtually when I was growing up, the Greek deities, and ancient Greece was also a part of my life, and furthermore so when my mum actually went to Greece, even though she didn't do any sightseeing or anything like that, but she went to Greece. And so I first began to notice when I was on another page, another site, when I was in Kemetichism for 3 years, I began to feel being pulled into all the love and beauty of everything when I first noticed Aphrodite on another site, and I saw all these beautiful altar pictures going up, and I really felt the love and beauty of everything, and it really got me interested in that, and I did eventually start to worship her. And the relationship that I have with her is that we do have a really, really good relationship. She understands the joys of parenthood, with being a single parent myself, and she's just I can literally tell her anything. I don't have to hide anything from her, you know. I can literally be really open, you know, and tell her everything, you know. And we do have a really, really good relationship. So as I said, I was in Kemetichism for 3 years, and then I ended up leaving Kemetichism, which is the ancient Egyptian religion, and then I ended up discovering the Greek religion, and which is really, I can honestly say that since going into Hellenic polytheism, I do believe that I'm really onto something special, because I can recommend, which I will go into another video about Hellenic polytheism, and I can really recommend Hellenic polytheism, household worship, and I will show you about that in the next video. And I literally read all that book from the preference right up until the end, and it's a very, very interesting book, and it can really help you on your spiritual journey. The difference between Hellenic paganism and Hellenic polytheism is that in Hellenic polytheism, nature takes a step back, but you still respect it. And whilst in Hellenic polytheism, the gods are forward, not nature. And nature being forward is in Hellenic paganism. In Hellenic polytheism, the gods are forward, and I like that it keeps me connected to ancient Greece. Does being in Hellenic polytheism, and so with Aphrodite being a part of my life now, as I do feel at peace. I do feel a lot of things I never really felt before, and I'm just really, really looking forward to what's going to happen next, you know, about, you know, this journey that I'm on at the moment. I haven't been in Hellenic polytheism long. It's been a month so far. But I have done research, and I recently, a few months back, I studied the Iliad, the Odyssey, and Homer, and I also know the ancient Greek alphabet off by heart, and a bit of the Greek language. And whilst I was in Kemetichism, I knew most of the ancient Egyptian language, and I also knew ancient Egyptian prayers off by heart. So I've kind of carried on that extensive research, and then hopefully in the new year I'm going to be doing a diploma in ancient Greece and ancient Greece mythology. So that will cover more of an extensive research and more of a learning, more finding out about things that I didn't know. But if there is anything that you would like to know about Aphrodite, that I haven't that hasn't been said in the video, if you just give me a message in the comment below, and I will get back in touch with you and try and help with you all as much as I possibly can. I hope this video, it's my very first video, I hope this video has helped you in understanding about Goddess Aphrodite and the difference between work and worshipping, and the offerings that you can give her, and and I really hope that this does help you with your worship, and I really hope that you enjoy the path and love the path that you're on. And I wish you all the best in your journeys, no matter what you decide to do. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.